she said, grabbing his hand and looking at it for a ticket. Yeah, it's in my pocket. Here you go. I mean, sorry, it's in my pocket.
He said, grabbing it out of his pocket and passing it to her. And then doing a little dance. Backwards and forwards. Side to side. An Irish jig, as it were, with a bit of a Highland fling. Okay, stop it now, sit down at once. The train's moving, didn't you know? Oh.
She said, nearly stumbling because the train was moving and she wasn't. She didn't really know. But then eventually compensating for the movement and just reading the ticket. Yes, I'm sure it all seems to be in order. It's got my name written on there, and you know, all the standard tickety things, like the name of the place I'm going, which is definitely not in my own handwriting.
He said, pulling out a pen, grabbing the ticket off her, signing it at the bottom very quickly, handing it back, and then pulling out a $50 note from his other pocket, waving it in her face. I think everything does look in order after all.
She said, taking the $50 note and the pen and slipping them into her pocket, looking around to check that nobody else had noticed, and then handing the ticket back. Yes. Well, it seems like money gets you everywhere in this town, doesn't it?
He said, pointing out the windows in both directions and demonstrating how to fasten one's safety belt and put on the oxygen mask and inflate one's life jacket in case of an emergency. Oh, yes, and blowing the whistle, of course. Oh, sir, I think you've travelled with us before, haven't you? You obviously know the safety codes on this train.
She said, pulling out a gun, pointing it in his face. Yeah, I didn't realise that was such an offensive thing. Am I doing a job for you or something?
He said, pulling out a bigger gun and pointing it out the window, out the other window, and firing off 3 rounds and hitting a nearby bird, which squawked loudly. In fact, sir, you're doing... Oh. Yes, that's right, it's my turn. In fact, sir, you're doing a too good a job. I only get issued with small arms. Where on earth did you get such a big rifle? I want one too.
She said, throwing a gun away in disgust and hitting a small child on the head accidentally.
Sorry.
Before ogling the barrel of his gun jealously. Yeah, well, you know, when you're a secret spy like I am, you get all the gadgets.
He said, aiming the gun wildly around, accidentally firing shots in the air, and dropping the gun. Oh, wow! I I didn't realise you were a spy. That's so cool. I mean, I didn't want to be a train driver, really. I wanted to be in the secret spy company, which is a real thing.
She said, picking up the gun and pointing it at him with a, why not, with a wild look on her face. Well, yeah, I mean, we have a lot of mentally unhinged people who want to join us. I'm sure I can arrange something. In fact, I probably have some spy identification here somewhere that I could just hand over to you, and then it would look like you're a spy.
He said, reaching into his bag at his feet, pulling out said documentation and handing it over slowly, then taking it away, and handing it back again, and taking it away, and finally handing it to her so that she dropped the gun. Goody, thank you. Wow, that's real spy documentation. I'm going to be a spy. Oh, I'm going to start right now.
She said, putting the document into her pocket, which was a secretive move, which is a really good thing to be doing if you're a secret agent. Yes, being secretive, that's what she was doing. Taking furtive glances around at everybody. Yes, well, I guess I'm not a spy anymore, so what's it like working for the train company?